so you don't miss any new videos. So today's video is just gonna be like a really short, quick life update, because I feel like I just haven't spoken about myself on this channel in a really long time. And then I want to do the 30 seconds get to know me tag, because one, I've got 500 subscribers, which is crazy. I've wanted to reach that number for the longest time, but yeah, I just feel like there's so many new subscribers. Thank you all so much for subscribing to my channel, first of all, because like I can't believe you guys are interested in me like that. But I wanted to do a get to know me because one, I realized I just have never actually introduced myself on this channel before, like properly. I just started putting like videos on the channel and just kind of went along with it. So I want to do like a proper introduction so you guys can actually get to know me, and for all the new subscribers who have no idea who I am and just like who's this girl that I subscribe to. So in terms of updates, the first one is that I've moved out of my house in Norwich. So I'm still at UEA, like university, but I'm just, because all classes are online, I've moved back home. If you've watched a couple videos back, I did like an announcement that I was going to study abroad in South Korea, but because of the global pandemic, they basically put a hold on all visas, so I couldn't get a visa on time to get to Korea in time to quarantine for 2 weeks, then actually start the semester. So unfortunately, I've had to like cancel that. I know a lot of students who were trying to go to East Asian countries have had to cancel their study abroad because they just can't get the visa. Where I know in Europe they're being quite lenient with visas and they're giving them out quite like easily. But in Korea, there's certain countries which are kind of like a block list, which includes the UK. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna be studying in South Korea. Like I'm okay now, but like at times it does hit that like I'm not there. It is what it is. But just so you guys know, I'm not gonna be studying in South Korea. Hopefully I'll be able to go to Korea in the future, but I don't know, we'll just have to see. I have 500 subscribers, which is crazy, and I know why, and it's because like there's a video that I posted on my YouTube channel last year. It's the vlog from Paris where I met Jin Hyung and like the other FA boys, and for some reason it resurfaced. So like my video was going viral, like people were reposting it on TikTok and Twitter. It was first being reposted on Twitter, and then people took the video off Twitter, posted it on TikTok, and then I made a video basically saying that it's me in the video because people didn't know it was me. So yeah, so I just said it was me. I got to 500 subs on YouTube, and then on TikTok I'm on like, when I checked this morning, I was on like 3.9k followers, which is just crazy. Like the vlog itself has like 15,000 views now, which is just crazy. Like before this week, it had about 6,000 or 7,000 views. So it's like basically doubled in the past couple of days, which I think is just like insane. Okay, now that the updates are over, we can get into the actual exciting part of the video, which you guys probably actually came for, which is the 30 seconds get to know me, not 30 seconds, oh my God, 30 questions get to know me tag. And I'm gonna try and go through these questions as quick as I can because I don't want this entire video to be more than like 15 minutes. Question one, what is your name? My name is Victoria, but people call me Vicky. My YouTube account is called Vicky just because I feel like it's easier. Where did I grow up? I grew up in East London. I was born in East London as well. Where do you currently live? I still live in East London, but I live in like a town that's like on the outskirts of East London, borderlining with Essex. What's my favorite store? My favorite store in terms of like clothes, I normally shop at like Pull&Bear. I love Pull&Bear. I love ASOS as well. If I want to like get something very specific, then I'll just go to kind of like ASOS or like Primark. But if I want something with like a specific style, then I'll go to Pull&Bear because I feel like the style of clothes they make there are really similar to my own personal style. So how tall am I? I am 5'8.5". I wish I was 5'10". I want to be 5'10" my entire life, but God gave me the height of 5'8.5". What is my aesthetic? I'd say my aesthetic is, okay, so imagine Jacquemus and Barmum came together, had a child. That child then went to South Korea, bought an apartment, and then decorated it in like Scandinavian decor. I feel like that is literally what I'm like. So I love French fashion, like couture kind of like fashion, but I love like minimalist earth tone fashion as well. I love like Korean fashion and styling. And I also love that like Scandinavian feel when it comes to like your home, like that really neutral, natural, nature kind of like aesthetic. So if you're gonna mix them all together, I feel like that's me. What's my favorite type of music? My favorite type of music, I love R&B. I love K-R&B. I love hip hop. I love Korean hip hop. I love like indie music as well. But rather not like in terms of their independent artists, but like that indie sound. I love that. So I love artists like Yellow Days, Rex Orange County. I don't know if you still class them as like indie, but I love Rex Orange County. I'm trying to think who else. I love King Cruel as well. So like music like that, like British, you know, like just like British indie music, as well as like hip hop and R&B from like America and Korea. I also love like Japanese music as well, like Japanese R&B and Japanese indie music, but that's kind of like the music that I listen to. But I have a playlist to the FA Presents music that I made, and I'll link that in the description box below, so you guys can check out that playlist. And then if you go to my actual page, all my playlists are open, so you can see what music I listen to from there. The next question is, am I religious? Yes. If it wasn't already quite obvious, I'm a Christian, so I believe in God. What year was I born? I was born in 1999. Am I at university? Yes, I'm at university. I'm at the University of East Anglia, studying media studies. I was doing like a minor in Japanese, but they've cancelled the language courses because of Corona. That doesn't make sense, but that's what the uni's saying, so I'm just going with it. What is my favorite drink? Like the Tesco Value tonic water. It's like not sweet, but it's like citrus and it's fantastic. I love that. And I love like diet lemonades as well. They're my favorite drinks. But I find myself drinking water most days. So do I have any pets? Yes, I am. I say it's more my sister, because I don't really take care of the pet because I'm painfully allergic to it. But we are on our 3rd guinea pig. 2 died and we're on the 3rd one. We have like this plushie that we got from my mom that looks exactly like the guinea pig. So I'll show you that, since I can't hold the guinea pig because I will literally have an allergic reaction. See, this literally looks like what the actual guinea pig looks like. Like this is like a carbon copy that's been blown up. So this is my guinea pig, guys. The next question is tea or coffee. I used to be a tea person. I used to only drink tea. You would never see me near coffee. But then I don't know when, maybe within like the last year or so, I switched to coffee. So now I'm like 100% a coffee person. But I only drink decaf coffee. But recently I've just been drinking chai latte, which I don't think is even like a coffee. I think it classes as a tea, but that's kind of what I've been drinking a lot recently. Next question is, do I play any sports? I used to do athletics back in school. I was one of like those athletics kids. And then when I got to 6th form, that's a bit weird. When I got to 6th form and in university, I was doing fencing. And then since Corona hit, I stopped training just because I'd never had my own kit. And the kit is really, really expensive. And I didn't want to like buy a kit just to train. I don't think I cared that much about fencing, so I've kind of stopped fencing. In the future, I'd love to like go back to it. Maybe like when I'm much older and I have bare peas, then like I'll buy my own kit and my own weapons, and maybe I'll set up like my own fencing training space. But for now, I'm like not doing any sports, so I just like work out to stay fit. My favorite book. I don't read. I can't read. I can read. I don't enjoy reading. I find it difficult to stay focused when reading. So I don't read. So I don't have a favorite book, but I do read the Bible. So I don't know if that counts in terms of the context of this question, but my favorite book would be the Bible. So the next question is a favorite movie. Okay, in terms of like just a good like feel-good movie that I would watch like for comfort, like don't even need to be looking at the screen too tough. I've rewatched it 100 times. Devil Wears Prada, that is literally my favorite film. But if we're talking about like actual cinematic excellence, then it'd probably be Parasite or any Jordan Peele film that is out. So like Get Out or Us. Do I have any favorite YouTubers? And I do. My favorite YouTubers are, I love Cecil. She's a Danish girl who lives in Korea. I love Emma Chamberlain. She's like an LA YouTuber. I love Nathan Zed. I don't know where he lives, but he's American and he's so funny. And his videos are so, what's the word? Not educational, but like I always learn a lot from his videos. He's been making a lot of like music related videos recently, which I think is really cool. So Nathan Zed, Emma Chamberlain, Cecil, and recently I've been really obsessed with, you know, New on TikTok, like the guy who cooks. I found his YouTube channel like not too long ago because he moved to LA, and like I love watching LA vlogs, so it was recommended in my YouTube, and I was watching all his old videos, and the guy's hilarious. Like, he's actually so funny. But I think on YouTube he goes by Milk Tea Pappy. I don't know who the hell gave him the rights, but anyway, the next question is, do I speak any languages? Yes and no. So I speak English, obviously, because that's the language I'm speaking in right now, and then I understand Yoruba fluently, but I can't speak it as well. And it turns out there's a term for this called receptive bilingualism. So that's what I have. I'm receptively bilingual in Yoruba, and then also I speak English like fluently and all that stuff. And then I have GCSE level French. When I went to France last year, I spoke to like a guy in the park, because so many people thought I was actually French, which I thought was so funny because I don't know where they got that vibe, but people thought I was French and would speak to me in French, and I'd reply back in French being like, oh sorry, like I'm actually from the UK. And there was one guy who thought I was French. I corrected him and he was like, oh, but you can speak French. And I was like, just about. And then we had like a full-on conversation in French. And I don't know how I did that because I just did not know I still retain that knowledge. But every now and again I'll like go over like my GCSE notes and stuff just to like keep up. But I do want to like improve my French a lot. I'm also learning Korean and Japanese, and I feel like I retain more Japanese, but I'm trying to be better in Korean, but I feel like I am better in Japanese just because I was learning it at uni, and I've just been learning it for like a longer time than Korean, and I find it a lot easier just to retain Japanese in my brain than Korean. So, and in the future I want to learn Italian and Somali and Arabic, and maybe Chinese. I've tried Chinese before and it didn't go too well, but maybe in the future I can pick up Chinese. The next question is, am I single or taken? I am single and all my DMs are open. Just letting you guys know, in case you were just wondering. All my DMs are open. You can message me on any social media platform. I think apart from TikTok, and I will see it. So that's what I'm gonna say. Next question is, what is my type? My type is someone who's not racist, and someone who's not homophobic, someone who's not misogynistic, someone who's not Islamophobic, someone who is just morally correct in all aspects of life, which you think would be the bare minimum. But as you've seen in this world, it clearly is not the bare minimum, because many people do not have basic human morals. Oh, and someone who can dress nice as well. I do love it when you can dress nice. The next question is, what is my fashion sense or style? I'd say again, like if you mixed Jack Mers and Balmain together and then they had a kid who moved to Korea and then was into Scandinavian aesthetics, that would be me. I love playing with earth tones and like neutral colors like beige and brown, but in the spring and summertime I do love to like have some color in my wardrobe, so I play with like pastels. In terms of like some like popular aesthetics, I guess like minimalist, light academia, Korean. Do I listen to any podcasts? Yes, I love the Dive Studio podcast, like most of them. I listen to the Get Real podcast like religiously, and then I listen to Beauty Bar because that's a new one, which is like a beauty based podcast at the Dive Studios. The Nonsensible podcast, I put on the Nonsensible podcast, and yeah, they're normally like the 3 podcasts I normally listen to. Also Cecil, the YouTuber who I like to watch, she also has a podcast, but she posts like quite regularly, so like I don't listen to it as often, but she has a podcast called Sister Sis, which is really cute, and she just talks about like different areas of like her life and just discuss like different topics, and it's just like stuff that I'm interested in, so that's why I like it. And then all the Dive Studio ones are all by people who live in Korea. Dive Studios is like a Korean American media company, so all their podcasts are recorded by people who live in Korea. Not all of them are actually Korean, and I don't think a lot of them are actually born in Korea either, but it's like a Korean podcast, but it's all in English and stuff, so I can listen to it because my Korean knowledge is just not what you think it is at all. The next question is, do I have any siblings? Yes, I have a younger brother and a younger sister. My younger brother has a YouTube channel. I'll put it somewhere on the screen, so go subscribe to him because he's so cool. And yeah, younger sister, and I love them both. Go to fast food order. I don't eat fast food. I haven't had fast food in the longest time. yeah, I feel like since I'm a vegetarian, at the time I went vegetarian, all the fast food chains just didn't have vegetarian options. So I was just getting fries, which I eventually got quite sick of. So yeah, I don't eat fast food. If I'm gonna get anything from a fast food restaurant, it'd be maybe like an apple pie from McDonald's, if that, but like I just don't eat fast food anymore. The next question is, what is my coffee order? I said it before, but like, yeah, an oat milk latte or a chai latte. I used to get with the vanilla pump, but I don't really like the vanilla pump anymore, so just like a chai latte, an oat milk chai latte, because we don't drink cow's milk in this household. What countries have I been to? I've been to Ireland, if that counts. I've been to Wales, if that counts. America twice, New York, Chicago. I know they're not countries, but whatever. I've been to France, Spain, Portugal, Italy, Dubai, Nigeria, and I think that's it. What is my morning routine? Nowadays, not gonna lie, I just wake up at whatever time God decides to awaken me. Say a little prayer, then I normally just sit on Twitter or TikTok till I feel like my day might be unproductive if I continue to stay in this bed. I get up and make a hot drink. Normally I just have like a green tea with some apple cider vinegar inside because I like the burn. Or I'll just like, I don't know, that's it. The next question is, tell us one thing about you that we wouldn't know. And one thing about me that you guys don't know or wouldn't know is, I'm trying to think, because I feel like I'm quite open. Oh, I have really big feet. I have like size EU 43 feet, which is a UK 9. I have humongous feet. I can thank my dad for that. He has size 13 feet, so it runs in the family. So that's something that you probably don't know / wouldn't know. What is my favorite TV show? My favorite TV show. Okay, so I feel like this is a bit of a weird question because I watch K-dramas and everyone knows K-dramas are like at the most 2 seasons long. But then I also watch some American shows which can be like on its like 50th season. So I watch Grey's Anatomy, like I still watch that now, that's on season like 17. I watched The Resident, which is on season 4. I think them two are my favorite American shows. In terms of Korean shows, my favorite K-drama I think of all time would be either Extracurricular, Kingdom, or Sweet Home. I love them dramas my whole life. I've done a whole video on Extracurricular before. I've written essays on Kingdom and Extracurricular for university, which got me good grades, so thank you very much, K-dramas. And Sweet Home was like probably the most recent one I've watched, where I actually was so invested in the drama even outside of the actual like drama itself. Like I was watching all like the interviews and looking at like the behind the scenes and stuff. What is my favorite color? Which I think is such a funny question because it's just such a, oh, I want to get to know this person. What question should I ask them? I want to ask them what their favorite color is. Yeah, my favorite color is pink, but I'm a liar because it's not pink, because I don't even buy pink things anymore. I feel like my favorite color in actual like reality is brown or mint. I'm really into it. Look at my water bottle, this huge water bottle, and it came in pink, and I decided to get the mint one because the mint just looked nicer to me. So I feel like I always say my favorite color is pink because I'm just not ready to let go of the fact that pink's not my favorite color anymore, and it's been my favorite color my entire life. I mean, in actuality, my favorite color is definitely brown or mint. And that is the end of the 30 questions. So hopefully you guys know a little bit more about me. Yeah, all my social media is in the description box below. So if you want to message me on Instagram or Twitter, my DMs are open. Follow my TikTok. We're growing a little family on TikTok now as well. Love you guys in a bit. Peace.